New population estimates from the U.S. Census Bureau show the big gainers and losers among Buffalo Niagara neighborhoods. Often, they're right next to each other. 20 census tracts, either city or suburban neighborhoods or huge swaths of rural towns, showed gains of 15% or more over the past 5 years. But 11 of them adjoin tracts whose populations fell by 15% or more. Of the other 9 tracts, 5 are also near big population losing areas, a Buffalo News analysis of census figures shows. Consider the city of Lockport. The population around the Erie Canal locks in the middle of the city dipped by nearly 24%, according to the census estimates. But it's sandwiched between 2 tracts that each gained about 16%. Buffalo's Forest neighborhood, roughly bounded by Grant Street, the Skagit-Quata Expressway and West Delavan Avenue, grew in population by 42%. But the portion of the Black Rock neighborhood adjacent to the north, lost 17% of its population, according to the estimates. So while the region's overall population has stabilized in recent years, each neighborhood's story may be different, even from one a few blocks away. Hundreds may have left one neighborhood, and the neighborhood nearby could see skyrocketing growth thanks to student housing, immigrants, and empty nesters. Sometimes, if there's some development taking place in a neighborhood, like a new building going up, you see a big bump in population, said Robert Silverman, a professor in the University at Buffalo's Department of Urban and Regional Planning. It's common for communities to see population fluctuations as new developments are built and deteriorating housing comes down. When looking at census data involving small geographies, modest changes in development can have a big impact, he said. Interactive map below. Story continues. The 2016 census estimates released last week are based on 5 years of sampling. The data indicates immigrants and students are driving pockets of explosive population growth. Neighborhoods in Clarence and Lancaster are hot spots for retirees. And parts of Lockport and Wheatfield continue to grow despite falling numbers elsewhere in Niagara County. But the spine of Broadway, running through Buffalo and Cheektowaga, emerges as a miles-long stretch of residential flight. Erie County Buffalo pockets of the city have seen a marked increase in population, like the Central Business District, where new apartments and lofts have opened. That's also the case in the area west of SUNY Buffalo State, where multi-story buildings for student housing have been built. But trouble spots abound. Neighborhoods on the east side, including Maston Park, Genesee Moselle, and Kaisertown, as well as a string of neighborhoods along Broadway have lost thousands. And neighborhoods surrounding the old First Ward have all seen declines since 2011. So have some neighborhoods in the Elmwood Village and Allentown south and west of West Ferry Street. Neighborhoods in and around University Heights, in the northeast corner of the city, have experienced population declines ranging from 9% to 23% over the 5-year period, a loss of more than 1,800 people. That comes as a surprise to Common Council member Rashid Wyatt, who represents the University District, including the neighborhoods that have been the subject of complaints by residents about partying student renters.